Hello students, here's a quick guide on how to write reading responses. You will find all the assignments in the reading response folder. Here are the guidelines. These are the instructions, and there's also an outline there to kind of walk you through the process. Now, one thing that you need to be aware of is that a reading response is not a summary. I've read the passages, so we don't need a summary. What I want you to do with this is to analyze the passage. And your main goal is to figure out what the writer is trying to teach us. What message is he or she trying to give the readers? What's his purpose? What does he want us to do with the information or the story? Okay, and so this tells you that right here. The guidelines also give you the requirements. It's 600 words. It tells you that you have to embed evidence to support your claims, which means if you are arguing that the writer's purpose is to get us to view the homeless in more compassionate ways, then you would have to prove that by providing text evidence. This right here tells you how to structure your body paragraphs. Each body paragraph will have 3 parts. 1, you'll have a claim, which would be the topic sentence or the message, the purpose of the author, the writer. 2, you have evidence, which are embedded quotations that support your claim. And 3, you explain the quotation. How does that piece of evidence prove your claim? Okay, now here is an example that you can read. It's from a novel, so it's something that's not part of our curriculum, but it is just an example. Here's the claim. Amber Smith suggests that silence plays a dangerous role in the lives of rape victims. That's her message to the readers. If we don't talk about it, it causes more destruction. And then here's my evidence right here. For example, in the beginning of the novel, after Kevin attacks Eden in her own bed, the following morning, Eden tries at least 4 times to tell her mother. She's traumatized. There's blood on her bed, and Eden repeatedly says, "Mom." So I have 2 sentences of evidence. One is summary, where it's describing what's going on in the passage, and then the other is the embedded text. I don't want you to just plop down entire quotations or paragraphs of text. We need to learn how to embed them more smoothly into our own writing. And then I actually have another sentence where the text is embedded. And then I have the analysis. So if you look at this, the analysis is all my thinking in my connection. I'm connecting my pieces of evidence back to my claim. And so this is all me, my analysis, and the evidence that I've used is kind of small. There's 1 quotation there. There's another little tiny quotation there. There's a little third tiny quotation. So if you look, there's more of me in the text than there is the original source, and that's what's important to try to do. Okay, and then you just repeat this process and provide another piece of evidence and some more analysis, and then you're done with that 1 body paragraph. Here are the other requirements. It tells you to make sure it's in MLA format. And then over here are some of the messages or lessons that you could try to answer as your claim. Okay. And then here's an outline. This tells you how to organize the entry, where you would have your hook and your background information about the story. You might just give like a really brief synopsis of the passage, and then your claim. What is the writer's purpose? And then your first body, you talk about 1 lesson. You have the lesson, evidence analysis, and then you recapture the whole lesson. Okay, that's how you do reading responses. That's your guide. Also in the reading response folder, I put in a student sample. This is from another piece. It's by Anna Quinlan. It's about homelessness. And so if you look at this example, it tells you, these little comment bubbles tell you what's going on in the paragraph. And so like open this and it says, that's a nice title. In my opening paragraph where I'm describing what's going on in the text. I provide the title of the text and the author's name. Okay. And then there's the background information. So those are 3 things that you definitely need in your intro. And here's what it says. It says, in the reading passage, Homeless by Anna Quindlen, the writer describes her interview with Anne, a homeless person who sleeps on a bench in the Port Authority bus terminal. Okay, and so that's kind of setting the stage. This is what's going on, and this is what I'm going to talk about. Okay, now you look here. That's my claim. That's what I'm arguing that Quindlen's purposes are. Okay, Quindlen defines homelessness as an adjective that describes the circumstances of a person, and she asks us to look beyond this adjective and at the person. That's her whole goal. And her passage is for us to acknowledge that homeless people are people first and then homeless second. Okay, so you got to make sure that you have the claim, which is like her overarching purpose. And then I break it into smaller parts in each body paragraph. And so here's the first body paragraph. That's my first claim or topic sentence. Okay, and if you look at the notes, it says, a claim is an opinion or a reason that supports the thesis. And here this says, Anna Quindlen suggests that the idea of home relies more upon the feelings associated with a home than the actual physicality of a place. And so I'm going to explain that and support that. A home is not just, 4 walls and a foundation. It is the feelings of warmth, security, love. And we can carry that with us to a lot of places. Okay, so that's what my claim would be. Now I explain it a little bit more, and then here's where I have my embedded text. Note, I have a transition, I have background information, I have little tiny bits of embedded text, and I have a page number. That's how you embed a text. Okay, here is my another few sentences that explain how this supports my topic sentence. And you just repeat that process. Okay. So if you click on these bubbles, it kind of tells you what's going on. It tells you the structure. I have a new topic and I have new text evidence. And this goes all the way through. Okay. So once you've written your response, you just post it here. Open reading responses, and the first one that is over 1 day with someone, you post it here. That's it. Good luck.